lot of you may know me, some of you don't. My name is Star, hence the podcast name Star Fragments, pieces of my life that I'm choosing to share with you. I live in Detroit, Michigan, with my daughter who is 5 and my son who just turned 7 months and my boyfriend. And honestly, life is great. Life is good. And I don't want to sound ungrateful when I say this, but I have been struggling to stay happy. I don't know how much it has to do with this pandemic. I don't know how much it has to do with me just having given birth in January. You know what I mean? Some of you guys, if you keep listening, I don't know how many episodes you got to get into to diagnose me with some postpartum. I have no idea, but it could be a bunch of things. And I don't want to seem like I'm taking my good life for granted. And by good life, I really just mean my kids are happy. They are healthy. My boyfriend is happy. He is healthy. My family is healthy. They are happy. And so am I. I decided to start a podcast because a lot of things that have been happening, obviously within out in the world, within my home, for myself, it's been super overwhelming. I'm just the type of person, whenever I become very overwhelmed by things, I just talk. I just start talking. I talk to myself a lot. I talk to myself quite a bit, actually. And if you don't talk to yourself, I don't know what that says about you, but I heard that the people who talk to themselves are actually pretty brilliant. So there's that. No, seriously, I talk to myself often. More so because sometimes it's an echo chamber. You know what I mean? Like, you come to conclusions, or you come to certain resolutions for yourself that you may not if you're just kind of keeping them bottled up. So yeah, a lot of times it's either one, yeah, that sounds about right, or two, I sound completely fucking nuts. Let me call somebody. Because let me tell you, I for so long have kept a lot of things bottled up, and it gets me nowhere. Also, I've always been told first of all, if someone starts things off and says, I've always been told, they're lying. And it's not really a solid thing that they've been told. But whatever, here it goes. I've always been told I'm a very easy person to talk to. A lot of my friends, a lot of my families come to me with, whatever they are dealing with, whatever their issue is. And sometimes, no offense, it can be a lot to take a lot in and to not be able to release it yourself. It's just day to day, it's an up and down roller coaster that I have never been able to get off of. I've been riding that bitch for a while. And I know a lot of you guys can relate to that, the roller coaster ride of just being up and down, not being able to remain happy. It is fucking hard. And my hopes with this podcast is to just be able to come on here, release my thoughts. And the goal is to be able to not only this be therapeutic for myself every week, that it's therapeutic for others who may relate to me as well. Not to say that it's something that you should look to for replacement of any type of therapy or anything. I would just be glad to be something that you turn on during the day, that you listen to, if you know me, if you don't know me, and you can relate to. Or you feel a little bit more connected to somebody else in the world who maybe has the same thoughts as you, has gone through the same things as you, and can offer some type of resolution or just validate those same feelings that you also may feel. Really, that's it. Like, again, like I said, I really hope that this helps some people, and I hope that we are able to relate in some way. I know that that's not the case. I live in reality. You know what I mean? It's not, everyone's not going to love it, and I get it. You know what I mean? But I think that you should deal with your shit. And I think you should say how it is that you're feeling. I think you should be honest with yourself and get to the work. I want to make it clear that this is not a podcast that's going to be always positive. And it's not always going to be sad either. It's not always going to be sad either. I want to be able to talk about my life. I want to be able to talk about my experiences, about my family, about my loves. Like, I want to be able to do that and let it go. That's for me. Because sometimes I feel very much alone in my thoughts. I think I have a tremendous amount of negative self-talk that I do every day to myself that I obviously shouldn't. It's been a habit. It's been a defense mechanism to certain, not only failures but in my life, but triumphs. It always feels like when things are going too good, something is definitely coming along to fuck that up. And I think that's the place I'm at in my life. I'm so scared of something coming into my life and ruining the good that has become of it. Because I feel like I've worked so hard and I'm so happy. It's so ironic. I am so happy with my life right now, but I am also so scared, and it makes me unhappy. Man, I'm a mess. This pandemic has intensified a lot of my fears about life or throughout life that I've had. It's made me a lot more aware of certain things I just didn't deal with. I've just kind of bottled up. And I am a person who, if you know me, I'm a homebody. I love being home. I love being with my kids. I would prefer a night in versus going out anywhere. For me, it just feels like, damn, like I gotta go put on a show. You know what I mean? Like, I can't just chill because people are always expecting so much out of you. And expectations, for me, have led to disappointment. And I've kept going. I've been taught to keep going. And I'm sure a lot of you have. I'm sure a lot of you can relate to that. So that's just another aspect of my life that I'm willing to open up and share, and hopes to overcome it through this form of, I wouldn't call it therapy, but through this show. So yeah, I want to be able to share my life experiences, maybe some of my past trauma, previous relationships, everything. My family, little pieces of me, little fragments of me that you may not know. Things that will possibly help not just me, but maybe even the listener to get through anything. Again, it's going to be a roller coaster. I can't wait to share things with you all. And I hope that we get to a better place. I hope that this becomes something that feels good, feels natural for everyone. Just to be able to talk, get to your own rational thoughts yourself, maybe even for a moment. Tap into your peace.